Thank you, members. Before we sit, I would like to ask the Reverend Adrian Brooke to lead us in prayer, please.
Thank you, Lady Mayor. Let us pray. Eternal God, who rules in the kingdoms of people, grant, we beseech thee, honour and safety to the members of this council. In peace, so preserve it that it corrupt not. In trouble, so defend it that it suffer not. Direct and prosper all their consultations, that all things may be so ordered and settled by their endeavours upon the best and surest foundations. And grant that we who bear office in the world may think lightly of our place, and honour and seek rather the welfare of those whom we serve. Give peace in our nation, peace in our dwellings, and peace in our hearts. Through thy Son, Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you. As always, you're welcome to stay, although if you wouldn't mind just hanging on for a few minutes.
Yeah, of course.
Afterwards, and then you can sidle out.
Sidle out, that'd be
Brilliant. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, members. Gentlemen, it is rather warm in here today, so if you wish to take your jackets off, you are more than welcome to do so. It buys me a few minutes while I get myself sorted here as well. Are we good to go? Members, thank you for attending. Members, thank you for attending and welcome to our annual meeting today. And we will proceed. Mr. Wright, are we okay to go?
Your mic appears to be just warming up.
Oh, right, yeah. I use my teacher voice to start. Are we good to go? Is that better? Start that again. Members, welcome to today's annual meeting. And we will start with item 1, the appointment of the mayor. Councillor Cheadle, I believe you are proposing.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Well, it wouldn't be West Devon Borough Council if there wasn't a last-minute issue over mayors, despite our best endeavours to circumnavigate it. However, both councillors Mott and Pearce have been a powerful double act over the last year, and the leader and I have agreed to keep that show on the road as the seat council. I therefore propose Councillor Mott for the post of mayor for the next year. Can I have a seconder?
Mayor, if I can second that. Thank you.
Thank you, councillors. Do we have any other nominations? At that moment, oh, please. In that case, Mr. White, would you like to take the vote, please?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. All in favour of Councillor Mott, please show. That's 20 in favour. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Those against, please show. 1 against. Thank you very much. Any abstentions? 4 abstentions. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, members. Normally at this, oh, sorry, I'm a bit nervous first. And read the declaration. Other councillors have it read out for them. I obviously have to work with it, don't I know. I, Caroline Mott, having been elected to the office of Mayor of West Devon Borough Council, declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. Members, thank you. Normally this would be where I would give a retiring vote of thanks, and you know that I'm not one known for long flowery speeches, and today is not going to be any exception to that, so you'd be delighted to know it'd be nice, fairly short. It truly has been an honour to represent the borough through what has proven to be an interesting year. We started gently easing our way out of various restrictions with its spatial distancing and masks being worn, to today with the first meeting allowing full access to guests and visitors. And at this point, I would like to welcome our past mayors to the meeting. Thank you for your attendance. It's nice to see you. While the year started slowly, invitations soon started to arrive, and I've attended a wide variety of activities. It's always a joy to meet new people and hear tales of why they do what they do. This included judging hanging baskets in Oakhampton, walkabout in Beer Ferris, art exhibitions and cricket. I've dressed in a variety of outfits, from the formal for civic events to Victorian for the 150-year celebration of the Oakhampton Railway. All of them showcasing what a wonderful place and community we have here in West Devon. Numerous cups of coffee have been drunk, cakes plentiful, and scones with dubious jam and cream arrangements. I've mastered the Google Maps app and squeezed my feet back into shoes after 2 years of wellies. I've laughed and cried along with other representatives from our neighbouring councils and have made firm friends with many of them. You do eventually get used to people peering at your midsection asking, "And you are?" None of this, of course, is possible without a good team behind you. First and foremost, I wish to thank my husband, Kevin. While he hasn't always been able to attend events, he's always been there to look after our daughter, cook tea, offer coffee and wine when needed, all on top of running a business farm. The support, along with that of my wider family, has been unwavering, and for that I give my heartfelt thanks. I'm sorry, dear, your culinary skills are obviously going to be called in for another year. I also wish to thank a few other people for their support this year, from the officers who work behind the scenes to ensure that I get to events on the right day at the right time, and in particular Kathy. I'll do my teacher voice because it's not going to read it. Kathy. Thank you. Hopefully you'll find space in the new garden. And also to Adrian, is he still here? Sorry, Adrian, completely missed it by there. Adrian, to my chaplain of the year, Reverend Adrian Brooke, your gentle presence and humour has been comforting. Are you in for another 12 months? Thank you. It's sort of bribery rather than an outright thanks. Thank you, and a bribe.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
He's off now, absolutely. And also my thanks to Councillor Pearce for his support through the last 12 months. It's been reassuring to know that you've been there, Terry, and look forward to the next 12 months working possibly with you again. So, thank you, Terry. Bag in the corner for fortification. So my charity this year, as you know, was the Farming Community Network. They've seen a huge increase in calls for support over the past year, especially from the younger age group. They continue to provide a safe environment in which to talk and express their worries or concerns. And with the issues facing our rural community, this need is only going to increase. I have great pleasure in announcing that we have raised £3,500 for the FCN, plus donations from the woolly hats left at the local markets. I intend to make more through the summer, as I've been told they've been very successful. So if anybody would like to donate wool or even hats, I would be extremely grateful. I know they are. This fantastic. This This fantastic amount wouldn't have been possible without the businesses who sponsored my golf match, Pink Ladies and Everything Oakhampton, who allowed me to join with them for a gala weekend, and the auctioneers who ran an antique Call My Bluff evening. There were also quizzes, coffee mornings and raffles with donations from various other businesses for prizes. So my thanks to them all for their support. Family members, you'll be pleased to know my thanks to you for allowing me the privilege to be your mayor for the past year and also for the forthcoming one. Thank you. Members, moving on to item 4. Thank you. Councillor Jury, can I call upon you to propose, please, Deputy Mayor?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And can I first of all congratulate you on your reappointment? I think you've been a superb mayor this year, and I look forward to it continuing over the coming 12 months. I would like to propose a nomination for the post of Deputy Mayor of a very long-standing councillor who I know is respected by everybody within the council. Has been a very valuable member of the Hub Committee and the DMNL Committee over a number of years, and I know has contributed fully to the operation of council as Deputy Mayor over the past 12 months, and I'm sure will continue to do so over the next 12 months. I'd very much like to propose Councillor Pearce for the role.
And do we have a seconder for that, please?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I'm very happy to second that proposal.
Do we have any other nominations, please? Thank you, members. In that case, Mr. White.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. All those in favour, please show. That's 25 in favour. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Any against? And abstentions? 1 abstention. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. White. Councillor Pearce.
I have to sign something.
You do.
I, Terry Pearce, having been elected to the office of Deputy Mayor of West Dunbar Council, declare that I take that office upon myself, to duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. Thank you, Leader. And the leader of the Alliance Group for nominating me for Deputy Mayor. It certainly has been a very interesting year, and I'm happy to support our continuing Mayor, Councillor Mock, who has done a very sound job as Mayor over the last 12 months. It's been a very interesting year in various ways and not without its difficulties. But unfortunately, we are going to have some very difficult times as a council over the next 12 months. I think you should all be aware that what we're seeing nationally is bound to affect us and is starting to in a number of ways. So I'm happy to support the Mayor going forward for the next 12 months in our endeavours to serve our communities to the best of our ability as a council. I therefore thank you very much for your nomination and support, and I look forward to working with you over the next 12 months. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Pearce. Mr. White, do we have any apologies for absence?
Thank you, you, Mr. Mayor. We do indeed. We have apologies for this morning's meeting from Councillors Vashon, Bridgewater, Daniel, Kemp, and Councillor Moody, who is on the Teams link observing the meeting. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. White. At this point, Councillor Cheadle, I believe you wish to address the council.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. As many of you will be aware that Councillor Daniel is away from the council today due to a close family bereavement. I'm sure we all offer her our condolences at this difficult time. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Item number 6 is for members to declare any disclosable pecuniary interests or other registrable interests. Members, are there any declaration of interest to be made? Thank you. Item number 7 then is to approve the minutes of the council meeting held on the 5th of April 2022. Councillor Dewey, would you like to propose those, please?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Members will have had circulated to them the minutes of the council meeting held on the 5th of April 2022 on pages numbered 1 to 7 in your accompanying papers. I would like to propose that the council approve those minutes.
And a seconder, please.
I'm happy to second those, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Cheadle. Members, if you are happy with that. Thank you.
That is 25 in favour. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. White. Item 8 is communications from the Mayor. Obviously, as this was unexpected, I don't have a nominated charity for the forthcoming year. Therefore, I am inviting nominations to come from the public or from members, and Councillor Pearce and I will sit down and have a look at those, and we'll come up with something suitable. If we could have nominations through by the end of April, please. No, May is a bit short, isn't it? June, we'll go with June. All the excitement, Councillor Cheadle. If we could have any nominations in by the end of June, Councillor Pearce and I will get together and go through those. Thank you. There being no other business to be brought forward, we can move on to item 10, which is the formal adoption of the council constitution. So this is to approve the following recommendation. That the council's constitution continue to be that previously adopted by the council, but noting that a report will be brought to the meeting on the 27th of September 2022 with proposals for a new constitution, and further noting that group leaders and deputies or nominees, as well as the wider membership of the council, will be consulted in the drafting of those proposals. Members, do we have any questions or queries over that? In that case, Mr. White, can we have a vote of approval, please?
Thank you, members. All in favour, please show. That is unanimous for the recommendation. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. White. Mr. White, I believe we've received no questions from the public or anything on notice submitted by the members.
That's correct. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Item 13 then is to receive the following minutes from the various committees. The first one of those is the Council Tax Setting Panel on the 22nd of February 2022. And I move that the minutes of the meeting of the Council Tax Setting Panel held on that date be received and noted. They are CTSP 121 to CTSP 321 and can be found between pages 9 and 11 of your agendas. Can I have a seconder for that, please?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm very happy to second that proposal.
Thank you, Councillor Drury. That was nearly seamless, wasn't it? Just for noting, I believe, Mr. White, thank you. So the next ones then are the Development Management and Licensing Committee. Councillor Yelland.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to extend my warmest congratulations as well to you and Councillor Pearce on being reappointed as Mayor and Deputy Mayor. I move that the minutes of the meetings of the Development Management and Licensing Committee held on 1st of March 2022 and 19th of April 2022 be received and noted. They are DMNL 31 to DMNL 37 and DMNL 38 to DMNL 44 and can be found between pages 13 and 17 and 19 to 24 respectively. Could I have a seconder, please?
I'll be the second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. The next reports are the Overview and Scrutiny Committee. Councillor Ewings.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and I'd also like to pass my congratulations to you and to Deputy Councillor Pearce. I move that the minutes of the meeting of the Overview and Scrutiny Committee held on the 22nd of March 2022 be received and noted. They are ONS 54 to ONS 63 and can be found between pages 25 and 28 of today's agenda. May I have a second, please?
Second that, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, councillors. The final ones are the Hub Committee from the 12th of April 2022. Councillor Drury.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I move that the minutes of the meeting of the Hub Committee held on the 12th of April 2022 be received and noted. They are HC 7821 to HC 8721 and can be found between pages 22 and 33, with the exception of recommendation HC 8621. I can have a seconder, please.
Happy to second that, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, councillors. Item number.
Sorry, Madam Mayor.
Oh, my
In
apologies.
respect of recommendation HC 86, I propose the following. That council be recommended to delegate authority to the Section 151 officer in consultation with the leader of the council and the lead hub member for finance to approve and agree the lending terms to Fusion Leisure for a loan of up to £300,000 to facilitate solar panel installation across both West Devon Borough Council leisure centres over the remaining term of the leisure contract in accordance with Treasury Management advice, and to update the council's capital strategy, investment strategy and Treasury Management strategy for 2022-23 for a £300,000 loan provision to Fusion Leisure for the solar installation in accordance with Treasury Management advice. If I could have a seconder, please.
Happy to second that, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, councillors. Members, those in favour?
That's unanimous for the recommendation. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. White. Moving on to item 14, to appoint a leader and deputy leader. My apologies, items 14 and 15, we'll do those together. The nominations for leader, we've had Councillor Drury has been nominated. Councillor Cheadle, would you like to propose?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yes, over the last year, I've had the position of deputy leader, and we've been in a good position to see the amount of work and the diligent manner by which it's done that Councillor Drury has led this council, and I have no hesitation whatsoever in recommending him to do so for the next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Cheadle. Do we have a seconder for that, please?
Happy to second that, Madam Mayor.
You, Councillor Edmonds. Members, may take a vote on that, please. Those in favour?
That's 25 in favour. Thank you, sir.
Any against, Mr. White? Is that anybody against?
Councillor Joy's abstained. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, members. And for deputy leader, nominations received have been Councillor Edmonds. Councillor Chief, I understand you are looking to propose again. Thank you.
Yes, numbers dictate that I must hand the baton over to my colleague, Councillor Edmonds, and I know he'll do a smashing job of it. Thank you very much. So I have no hesitation in nominating this deputy leader.
Thank you, Councillor Cheadle. Do we have a seconder for that, please?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Whilst I'm making this nomination, can I also thank Councillor Cheadle for his kind words and also record my appreciation for the role that Councillor Cheadle has carried out over the last year as Deputy Leader of the Council when we had a position of no overall control of any particular grouping. Very appreciative of the support that you have given me, Councillor Cheadle, and in the work you undertake to make sure the Council runs smoothly. So thank you for that. I would, though, like to nominate Councillor Edmonds for the position, second nomination of Councillor Edmonds for the position of Deputy Leader.
Thank you. No other nominations. So, obviously, thank you, Mr. White. Members, those in favour?
That's 25 in favour, 1 abstention. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Members, I think because we have had a changeover, can we please show our appreciation to Councillor Cheadle in the normal way? Thank you. Members, item number 16 is to report on the composition of the political groups. Hopefully you should have all received those papers. Who would like to take this one?
If I may, Mr. Mayor, it's purely a noting exercise to note the political composition of the council.
Thank you, Mr. White. Are you requiring a vote or are you just happy for us to note that?
Noted.
Thank you, members. And likewise, we are noting the committee structure for the coming year. As shown on your papers, that's the audit committee, 7 members, hub 9 members, overview and scrutiny 15, D, M and L 10, standards committee 5, regeneration and investment committee 3, and the council tax setting committees 4, with 2 members on the national park. Thank you, Councillor Dewey.
Mayor, yes, as ably outlined by the Mayor, the committee structure is as proposed. And I would very much like to propose that and ask for a seconder. Thank you.
And I'm happy to second it.
Thank you, Councillor Cheadle. You want to vote on that one? Members, can we please, those in favour?
That is unanimous. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Item 18 is the committee appointments. So nominations for the 22-23 municipal year as outlined on the table circulation. Councillor Dewey, I believe you are proposing these.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yes, as you say, the appointments have been circulated. We'd like to take those on block if we can. So I would like to propose that and please.
Again, happy to second that.
Thank you, councillors. Members, those in favour?
That's unanimous. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Item 19 is to appoint the chair and vice chairman of said committees. Again, nominations have been outlined to members. Councillor Dewey.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Again, I would like to propose that these be accepted en bloc. Thank you.
Thank you. And do we have a seconder for that, please?
Again, happy to second.
Thank you, councillors. Members, if you are happy with that.
That's unanimous. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. White. Item 20 is to appoint representatives to the list of outside bodies, and those have been circulated. Apologies, members. Councillor Joe, would you like to propose those that have been circulated?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Can I first of all propose the approval of the list of outside bodies? It is as per the list that has been circulated. I ask members to note that there are two additions to that list, one being the Tavistock Rail Group and the other being the UNESCO Biosphere Reserve Partnership, both very important organisations that have requested that West End Borough Council be involved, and I think it's very important for us to be involved. So if I could propose the acceptance of the list of outside bodies.
Thank you. And do you have a seconder, please?
I'll second that.
Thank you, councillors. Members, those in favour?
That's unanimous for the list. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And secondly, Madam Mayor, if I could then propose the nominations as per the same list that has been circulated, and again, propose those en bloc. Thank you.
And a seconder, please.
Again, happy to second that.
Thank you, councillors. Members, those in favour?
That's again unanimous. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Item 21 of the agenda is to appoint representatives to the list of governance boards and panels and hub advisory groups. Councillor Jury, I believe you are going to do these.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. As stated in the documentation, there are three stages to this nomination. One is the approval of the list of the boards or hub advisory groups. Second is to agree the membership size of each of the approved groups as per the listed numbers and names on the list. And thirdly, the approval of the appointments. So if everyone is happy, if we can take all of that en bloc, I would like to propose that as a list. Thank you.
Do you have a seconder for that, please?
He does. Me again.
With veritable jack in the box that you are, Councillor Cheadle. Members, those in favour?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That's unanimous for item 21. Thank you.
In that case, I think I'm going to start taking bets at you if this Members, there are no motions on notice under item 22. And at this point, I would like to thank you for your attendance and formally close this annual council meeting. Can I advise members, please, that the annual all-member photo will now be taken outside in the next few minutes when we can gather Mr. French together.